What's up, guys? Midwest Tool Review back again. And I started cleaning out the KR-530 and the 583. This is the 50th anniversary Snap-on Golden Box or Golden Edition box. Picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace for anyone who's just catching this video for the first time. And this lid caught my hand today, and that hurt. But so we were clearing it out. We got two big boxes here that I'll kind of cover what we've got in those boxes, and we've just started to get it all cleaned out. This top tray is kind of some of the, as our brothers or cousins over the pond would say, a bunch of bits and bobs, is it? I don't know. It doesn't sound right. Anyway, a bunch of junk is what we would say here in America. There are a couple things that I want to keep. I'll keep this air hammer bit. It's cylindrical, and I think I could probably use that. So the wire brush, I think these were Snap-on or Blue Point. I think they were Blue Point. Although I can't see it on this guy. It may not be Blue Point, but I know I think I have one that is Blue Point. Matter of fact, I know I do have one. I know I do. I know that I own one because I use it to clean the tire or rims when I did it for my OBS Chevy. But you see there's like bullets in here, 22 shorts, 22 long rifles, a bunch of screws, keys that don't fit anything that I can use them for. Pocket knives, a couple Craftsman sockets. This is my block here. Some old-fashioned extra loud 22 cal short blanks. Don't know what I would do with these, but they're blanks, so I guess if you want to scare the hell out of somebody, maybe that's what he did with them. An old necklace, my gloves, my prying tool, drill, my Snap-on screwdriver, pry bar. It's all my stuff here, my drill. More sockets, grinding stones, railroad tokens, Indiana Railroad, what does it say? Union Express or something like that? I don't know. Maybe someone's into collecting old railroad tokens. Let me know if you are. It's a filler gauge of some sorts. Looks like it, yeah. Kind of odd because it doesn't have the sizing on it. I don't know. Extractor tool, some random pencils, drill bits, some fake gold earrings. Looks like they're fake gold. Yeah, it looks like they're, let me see off camera here. Yeah, they're fake. Other random bits and bobs. Nothing too crazy. So all of this is going in the jar. New Britain, USA. Socket there. But yeah, just a bunch of junk in there. So I guess if you look at the box, you would say, okay, what is he up to? So I asked on my last video what you guys wanted me to do. That we want to restore the box, that we want to try to preserve it and patina it, get a patina look similar to the KR-530 here, which we basically banged out all of the dents and all of that good stuff. We sanded down the high spots of rust to get it to balance out or smooth out with the paint, the residual paint. And we did the Penetrol application when we applied multiple coats of this Flood Penetrol, which is the oil-based additive, and it gave us this nice sheen. and I'll show you what that sheen looks like. I know everyone else is probably like, geez, dude, get over it, bro. We get it. That's the type of sheen that you get, and worked out really, really nicely. So I was toyed with whether or not I was going to do that on this box. I decided that, well, I put a vote out. I says, how many of you guys want me to leave it as it is and just do the patina look, and how many of you want me to restore it? And the majority of people said they wanted me to leave it as it is. I think it was like 8-2, and the other one said to restore it. As I started to go through the box today, and I started to look at that color, that's the original color right there. Don't know how well that comes up on camera, but it's got like almost like a metallic-y look to it. As I started to get through the box and start to really get in there, I noticed that there are a number of areas that need to be thoroughly cleaned up in terms of removing rust. And tomorrow we're gonna clean it. As you can see the difference in color there, that's what it should look like. That's what it does look like. So we're gonna clean it up and see how she comes out. But I'm about, and I hate to say this, so I know people are gonna be upset, I'm about 75-25 that I'm gonna restore it, and 25% that I'm not gonna restore it. I'm leaning heavily in the favor of restoring it. And that's primarily, like I said, it's because, ooh, some more of these cutters here. These look rough, but I love these things. But anyway, I'm sorry, I got distracted there. Saw a shiny thing, well, rusty thing, and got distracted. But, and like I said, the reason why is because some of the heavier areas, like in here, I really don't like that. I think this box really needs to be restored. I think that there's not a lot of these around. I know you can go on Google and you can see examples of them, but there's just simply not a lot of them around. By the way, Snap-on sent my 10mm socket that I warrantied out, so I just realized that was in my pocket. So there's not a lot of these around, and I thought, you know what, it would be nice to just have it look like it did brand new. And then we can modify it. We're gonna put the chrome wheels on there. Those are 6-inch. The factory ones are 4, and I want to lift the box up a bit. Plus, if we restore the box, having the bling on the wheels will help almost like give it a new life in terms of how it looks. I think it'll really add to the look of it. Like I said, it's not a lot of dents. There are some dents in the box. Not a lot, but there are some areas that we got to bang out. As you can see here, that's a little dented, and that's inward, that's pushed out. But if you look on like the top, it's fairly straight, and that's remarkable that that it worked out so well. I mean, you look at the lines on the box. Look at that, guys. You don't see any dents or dings on the lid, and it works out. I mean, it looks really good. So that being said, that's gonna exponentially increase our time or decrease our time of restoration. We're gonna essentially be able to sand this thing down in a day and get it to the point, because we don't have to remove all of the paint. We just need to get it to a point where the paint's knocked down, there's no high spots, and we can start applying the new paint. I'm probably gonna have Sherwin-Williams do a color match here. So we'll get some really high resolution photos, and then I'll send that over to Sherwin-Williams and have them do a match to that. And we will make sure that we get the metallic paint, because we have to have that metallic, and then we're gonna 2K clear it after that. We'll do 3 coats of paint followed by 2 coats of clear. And that's how we'll do it. And we'll rattle can it. We're not gonna spray it in the Harbor Freight sprayer. This is gonna be a rattle can paint job, and I'll show you how nice I can do it. So I think that would be the fair way to go on this box. I've already reached out to Snap-on for some warranty items. I want to get some new slides if we can, a couple other things. So we'll see how they support that. they did pretty good on that box there. We did replace some of the slides. They did give us the wheels for free, the Snap-on badging and all that kind of stuff like that. So that was all courtesy of Snap-on. So this will be our third resto box that we're gonna do. I think it's gonna come out pretty neat. You can see inside of the box how much rust there really is, including the bullet hole. Man, I really wish I knew more about that damn bullet hole. I wish it wasn't there, but it's one of those things where it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I could weld it up, I could patch it, put a piece of metal in there and weld it. I considered doing that, and then I thought, you know what, hell, I just may leave it like it is. You know, I don't know, we'll see. But we're gonna finish disassembling the box tomorrow, and get that, you know, get it ready, get it cleaned out, get the wire wheel in here, start breaking up whatever the hell that is in there. And so we can shop vac that all out. I do got to go buy a shop vac tomorrow. I don't own one, but I can tell you I'm going to need one on this job. Yeah, but other than that, man, oh, for all you guys that like Shop Cat, there's Shop Cat over there. Just saw him. But for all you guys who wanted me to leave it as it is, I think we're gonna have to go against that. I mean, we'll find out again tomorrow. I will give it one more attempt to kind of honor those who have said that. But I think we're gonna be more likely to restore it. I think that's just gonna be the way to go on it. You know, just looking at everything is pretty rough. I mean, you look back there, that's just pretty rough, and I don't know. Here's all the Snap-on minus this. I don't know if anybody's heard of Sparta. I guess Sparta. I thought maybe Snap-on bought out Sparta, but I'm not 100% of that. Maybe one of you guys know. It is an angle wrench. It's 15 millimeter, 14 millimeter. I think we're gonna keep that guy. We have our Snap-on 3/4 inch wrench. We're gonna clean that guy up. I gotta go get Evapor Rust tomorrow. You guys remind me, I gotta get some Evapor Rust. All of these are our Snap-on sockets, various sizing, minus the clamp there, but they're all Snap-on. We're gonna put those in the Evapor Rust as well, see how well they clean up, and then go from there with what we're gonna do. If we need to warranty them, we will warranty. If we don't, we'll clean them up and I guess put them in a box, really. I mean, they'll live in here. And then that's the plan. I have to make a tool to remove the drawers. I have two of them somewhere. I just do not know for the life of me where they're at, but you have to have a special tool or some type of flat plate to slide in there and then to release that little pin in order to pull these drawers out. We have to do that because we need to get the top box separated from the bottom box. So that's imperative. And then additionally, I can't get this stainless steel trim off as well. I need to get that trim off so I can set that off to the side very carefully, and then we can go about our way of we're finishing up our project here. We have to get that cleaned up as well. So that's the plan. So I keep saying I apologize, but that's the plan for it. Moving on, we're going to look at what we got in the box here. So we're not going to go through everything. So a lot of these trays, these are Snap-on trays. They're beat up to hell. I don't think we're going to keep them. There's a bunch of random Craftsman sockets in there. Other, components. There's a Willer, soldering iron in there, some brake tools, some industrial sockets, some no-name sockets. That's pretty much just in that box. In this particular box, some WIS 10 snips or aviation cutters, whatever you want to call them. Striker, rivet tool. There's a brand in here. Maybe someone's heard of it. Let's see if I can find a socket. This one here is a Bon Econ. I don't know what that is. It is a USA made socket. We're not keeping it. There's some industrial sockets in there. There's some Durochrome swivels. And then there's a brand in here. I was really wanting to ask you guys if you knew about this brand or not. I've never heard of them, but it seems to be fairly prevalent in this particular box. some Craftsman V-Series sockets. Here it is. I think this is it right here. It's a company called Truth Mankato. And I saw some sockets and wrenches in here that had the same name and they were USA made. Does anybody know who Truth Mankato is? Maybe Walter Frederick, somebody like him that seems to know a lot about older tools, may know who that brand is. There's some Thorson in here. There's some Walden Worcester. I used to have a whole set of that many moons ago. I hate digging in this box. These things are so nasty. Just regular no-name Japan sockets. But yeah, just a variety of just different stuff that was in here. Old battery tester, compression testers, screwdrivers, random hoses, you name it. Just a bunch of just old junk that is going to be thrown out. If somebody wants to buy this here, I'll ship this whole damn box to you for like, you pay $20, you can have it. So if somebody wants this whole stuff, let me know. The trays are Snap-on. Maybe if you wanted to restore them, you could. Black one here is Snap-on. The two red ones are Snap-on. But I'll give you everything for $20 if you want to buy it. I'm just putting it out there because some people like to restore old tools. And before I trash these out or take them to the salvage yard for salvaging them out, I figure I'll let someone buy them if they want to buy them. I don't know. And I'll throw in all this other crap in this jar too. Mine is my personal tools. But yeah, so that's kind of like where we're at right now. We're going to finish the disassembly process tomorrow, get it cleaned up, get it vacuumed out, and then we'll start breaking it down. We probably won't sand it down. I got to take the kids and the wife out tomorrow. We probably won't start sanding on it tomorrow. We'll probably hold that off for Sunday. One thing that we are going to do, I know some people say that to leave these, I don't particularly like these separators in here. So I'm going to really give it some thought. I don't know. I'll think about it. I may end up leaving them. I was thinking about pulling them out. Like I told you guys on the last video, on this box here, my KR-562, you guys may see there's a lot of gaps in here. We've sold a lot of Snap-on ratchets to help pay for a couple projects. So thank you guys for all who have supported the channel in terms of buying some really cool tools. This is stuff that I had multiples of. That I decided to go ahead and let go rather than use my own cash for them for my projects and things that I want to do. I figured liquidate some of these things. You guys get to get some cool tools that are brand new right out of my collection, my personal collection of tools. And as you still see, I'm still ratchet heavy. I think I'm still sitting on 99 ratchets that are all Snap-on. So I'm not hurting for ratchets at all. But yeah, I removed the dividers in this box because as you see, I have so much stuff that there was no possible way that I would be able to organize this box in a manner, or if you want to call it organized, I would not be able to put my tools in this box in a manner that they are without removing some of those dividers. So that was just one of those tough decisions that had to be made, and I am fine with that. And I did that on pretty much all the drawers. I don't think there's a single drawer that I kept the divider in the drawer. I think pretty much all of them were removed to some extent, I believe. I think I considered keeping one, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I thought this drawer here, I considered keeping one, but I ended up removing it as well. So yeah, so that's what we did. So I think in this box, I was considering doing that to remove all of those dividers, because every drawer has a divider, means that it would take just that much time. And then there's also the risk of, when using a spot cutter, that we're going to drill through too deep and we'll end up putting the hole, another hole into the drawer, aside from the bullet hole that went through 4 drawers. So we may end up just leaving them and kind of working from there. This box here, if anyone's wondering what's the purpose of this box, number one, I liked it. It was really cool. Number two, I have a thing for old Snap-on boxes, as you guys can see. And number three, I tend to use this box more frequently than what I'm using. This box was primarily purchased for you guys. You guys may not realize that, but this one here was purchased for you guys. This one here was purchased for $50, and the purpose was to show you guys that you can buy a Snap-on box, and if you put the time and effort into it, you can restore it, refurbish it, make it work for you. It's just a matter of what you want to do. And it was also to showcase my ability to, color match the paint to current boxes, the current storm gray boxes that are out there. Perfect color match. Shout out to Sherwin-Williams. Vinyl wrapping the jar, the pulls on the jars. I know they're dusty now, but doing the vinyl wrapping, updating the emblems, getting custom plates built in. That's kick plates there, but that's 14 gauge steel. That is not plastic. That is not anything cheap. That was personally cut by my buddy over there at Beck's Armory. All of the vintage stickers that I have on here, those took time to procure them, but they're all originals. So yeah, there was a lot of work, and then obviously there's more drawers on that other side of the box. But this was just to show you guys that you can do it. I can do it. Anyone can do it. The same thing goes for the Mac MB75 for those who was fortunate enough to see that box being restored. We've since sold that box. We probably should have kept it, but we've sold it. But I'm happy to report that it is currently being used in a automotive hot rod shop that builds old hot rods. So they use that there. So no, they wanted it, they loved it, and they bought it from my Matco guy. The Matco's Jamestown service cart is primarily all Matco and everything else. This box here is meant to house only primarily Snap-on or Mac. It does have my right tools in there as well, but really high-end stuff goes in this box, and then everything else pretty much goes in the Matco box. So, it does have Snap-on stuff that we do have to pull out. All the Snap-on stuff, like I said before, that is in here is going to get transferred over to this box at some point in time. We're going to do that. We just have not done, well, granted, we can't do it right now, but that is going to be the plan. We're going to move a lot of that stuff out of this Matco box into that box over there. We don't have a whole lot in here, but we're gonna get as much of it out as we possibly can, because there's Snap-on there as well. But yeah, we're gonna, like I said before, these boxes are gonna be winterized for the most part because I'm in the Midwest and my garage is heated, but it's not. There will be some moisture, I think, in here, and I'm concerned about moisture getting on a lot of my stuff. So I don't need to be working out of these two boxes. Like I said, that box is primarily for you guys, so I don't have to work out of them. I do a lot of work right out of this box right here. This box has a lot of the things that I need, and when we need really big sockets, then we can go and pull those out of either one of these two boxes there. But for the most part, I've learned that I can do a lot of my work right out of this box here. And that's pretty neat too. But so this box here, we're gonna get it set up. We're gonna move over that tray of sockets there. They'll come sit in here, and then we'll put some more other things in here as we go along. I won't tell you too much about that, but we'll get this box set up. It'll have everything we need to do work out of it. So we're not just gonna make it a trailer queen. It is gonna be used frequently. So. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to get this video out for you guys. So check mark, that's done now. We'll be doing more work tomorrow, like I said. So hopefully you guys tune into that video. What we're gonna do for the next couple of weeks, we're gonna try to get out a video every day, with the exception of Sundays. Sundays will be a day of rest. We're not going to produce any videos on Sundays, but Monday through Saturday, we will have videos out. I'm trying to work on my algorithms, so that's why I'm primarily doing that. but they will come out and you guys will be able to see some of these projects. So, but other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if anyone's interested in these old tools, these old USA sockets and wrenches and all that kind of stuff, let me know. 20 bucks, you can have it. Otherwise, I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of it and be done with it. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram at Midwest_tool_review. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and click that bell, guys, if you want to be notified when new videos are released. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.